McLaren and Reckledge drop the mitts and the helmets, and here we go, two heavyweights. They haven't come together yet. They shadow box, and now they engage. Reckledge has a left-hand frame. McLaren comes back and clocks Reckledge with the rights. Two big fellas exchanging, and McLaren pounding Reckledge. Oh, give mercy! McLaren pounding Reckledge. Now Reckledge back with a couple of left hands. McLaren is swinging wildly with the right, toe to toe. They go. They are still up and swinging away. What a heavyweight tilt, and now they both go tumbling down. My goodness, that fight worth the price of admission all night long.
It would have been better for all of us if we had made a deal last August, or last June, or last February.
This thing was ordained to be a long-term fight right from the get-go.
Anyone who tries to pin it on one side is foolish.
The league has presented an offer to the players.
The NHL Players Association provided their alternative view to the league.
I don't buy into the premise of owners needing to be protected from themselves.
Teams were falling all over themselves to sign players before the deadline.
The lockout is a choice. It doesn't have to be made.
It's not about what's fair. It's not about what's right. It's about who can get the most based on their leverage.
Meetings this week supposedly center around the so-called make-whole issue.
So we go from a, hey, they're talking to, hey, they're nowhere close.
We're not prepared to open another season until we have a new collective bargaining agreement.
As expected, the exodus of players to Europe begins.
Pretty much going over there for free just to keep playing.
I don't want to say that the National Hockey League may have underestimated the resolve of the players, but perhaps they did to some degree, and maybe the star players.
Guys aren't going to give in when it comes to contract stuff.
Then they'll have to respect our contracts.
If they want to hurt their own game and drive into the ground, that's what they'll do.
The owners are counting on the fact that the players will one day wake up and say, it's just not worth the fight anymore.
Day 18, 34 days.
Day 69.
86.
Everybody would like an 82-game schedule.
A full 82-game regular season.
A full 82-game season.
We want to play 82 games. It looks like the 82-game season is not going to be a reality.
All the games scheduled through November the 30th.
The Winter Classic has been canceled.
All games through December 14th. The level of anger, if not apathy, that I'm seeing with a lot of fans is more pronounced.
Excuse me 1 second. I'm in the middle of a media scrum. I'll be happy to talk to you when I'm done.
Can you pull some strings to end the NHL lockout?
They are not going forwards. It looks like they're actually going backwards.
Early December in New York was really kind of bizarre.
The sense we're getting is this round of discussion is absolutely the most critical so far in this process.
When it appeared the NHL and the Players Association may be getting some traction, things completely fell apart.
There has been a development. It's not a positive one.
I am disappointed beyond belief.
A voicemail message.
Term limits on player contracts, which is the hill we will die on.
What can we tell the hockey fans of Canada?
He said we're close when we weren't. I find it almost incomprehensible that he did that.
It's damaged the game, and the question is how much?
I think it will take longer to recover than 04-05.
Fans understood the reasons for the lockout last time. This time around, the fans' appetite for forgiveness, I think, is not nearly as great, and it's going to be a much more difficult road back.
It looks like this is not going to be resolved in the immediate future.